Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and we are continuing on with our recap review of 1978's Battlestar Galactica, the original series, the one single season that they had before they got cancelled. Now, in the previous video, we went through the three-part episode, or the movie as such, the pilot episode movie, um, and now we're going on to episodes number 4 and 5 of the television series, which is a two-parter, and it's called Lost Planet of the Gods. Now, in this episode, we start off with a celebration of sorts, a dinner celebration with Commander Adama, Starbuck, Apollo, and Athena, along with Serena. And Apollo decides to inform everybody that he and Serena plan to get married. And Apollo plans to adopt Serena's son, Boxy. They have the blessings of the commander. However, Starbuck is feeling a little bit left out. He is the eternal bachelor, the playboy. So, he's a happy-go-lucky guy. So he kind of feels that his friendship with Apollo is going to be less and less now because Apollo is going to be a family man. However, he is happy for his friend. Boomer and Jolly launch on a patrol, and they land on an asteroid or a planetoid, where they see that there is a small Cylon base. Once they come back to this ship, both of them, Boomer and Jolly, start feeling ill. Apparently there's a virus or something like that on the very very similar to what's happening right now, but this is of course much more deadlier. They've both been affected by this virus, and they fall ill and soon infect a lot of the other people, a lot of the other pilots. So they're all in quarantine. They're all in the sick bay and get ready. Apollo and Starbuck, however, go on another mission, and they come across this void, which is basically like a black hole in space. Not really a black hole, but it's all devoid. It's a huge section where there's no stars, no light or anything like that. And they come back and they inform this to Adama. Adama goes and does his research, and he informs the others that they plan to go through this because there is a story in their folklore about how the humans from Kobol, basically the origin planet of the humans in this franchise, that they actually left Kobol. They went through this dark void, and finally a single star guided their light back to where you can see more stars and planets and other celestial bodies. So he decides that this is the path that they take. However, they have to go back to the small garrison where there is the Cylon garrison on the planet, so that they can study and find a cure for the virus that's affecting all the pilots. So while this is happening, they have Apollo and Starbuck have to train, or while this is going on, Apollo and Starbuck have to train some of the cadets who had applied to become shuttle pilots and Viper pilots, and all of them are women, including Serena, which Apollo isn't happy about. There's a little bit of a sexist joke kind of thing, because they run into the Cylon. They have to train these women, and the women, they make a little fun of Apollo, because Apollo and Starbuck are the only men now among them. And they run into the Cylons. They manage to take them out without any of the pilots getting captured or killed. However, Apollo and Starbuck kind of feel a little left out because the women seem to have their women talk, and they kind of feel like they're the only men around, so they're missing their buddies. Towards the end of this particular episode, Starbuck decides to go. Like Commander says that they have to go through the void. They need some of the Viper pilots to actually guide them through, so that the rest of the fleet can go on. And however, Starbuck decides to go on his own. He's followed by Serena and Apollo. However, Starbuck is captured by Cylons and brought towards Balta. Balta, when he inquires as to where they headed, and he finds out about the Black Void, he also remembers that there's this legend about the Black Void, which the original colonists had to go through when they were on their journey from Kobol to the new colonies. So he decides that he is going to go and join the humans, and he decides to let Starbuck free. They finally reach Kobol, and on Kobol, by this time, Apollo and Serena get married because Serena is upset, thinking a foreshadowing of what's going to happen. She feels that they don't have too much time. Anything can happen when they're on patrol. They can get murdered. They can get killed. By the Cylons. So they decide to get married. At the end of their ceremony is when there is a bright star, basically guiding them out of the void and onto. They find their location, a single planet, Kobol, and that's in the second part. So a small group lands on Kobol, and they find Starbuck there. Starbuck has been let go by Baltar, and he's kind of surprised himself as to why he was let free. They decide to go down and do the research. Basically, the setting is Cairo in Egypt. I was actually quite weird because the pyramids are kind of famous, so I don't know why they actually decided to do that. But yeah, they do walk through parts of the Giza pyramids and stuff, and they decide to go down to one of the tombs, and trying to find the name of the. Anyway, it's the ninth Lord of Kobol, and they're trying to look for signs on how to lead themselves back to Earth, the 13th colony. While they're there, Baltar makes an appearance, and although Adama doesn't believe him at all, and he wants him to be left on the planet alone. Apollo doesn't believe in that. He believes that he needs to be given a fair trial. And Adama isn't very convinced by that. He says that if he's able to convince a lot of people, so he might even convince the rest of the quorum of the 12 and trick them again and lead them into a Cylon trap. However, he and his son have their differences. While this is going on, Adama is able to find some of the clues to the path to lead to Earth. However, the Cylons start attacking, and the structure around the beam starts coming down. They are trapped initially. When they make their way through, Baltar has to be left behind because it's a beam that's way too heavy for them to actually lift. So the rest of them go out. However, Serena is killed by a Cylon attack, and all the Cylons on the ground are taken out by the rest of the colonial warriors. Serena is gravely injured. She's taken back to the ship, and she dies in the arms of her new husband, leaving her son to be taken care of by Apollo. That's the end of the two-parter episode, Lost Planet of the Gods. The other men who are the colonial warriors do recover because they find a cure, and slowly Boomer and the rest are able to get back on their feet. But it's a very sad ending, and very sad if you're a fan of Jane Seymour, especially, like I said in the previous video, she was absolutely stunningly beautiful in the 70s. Amazingly beautiful woman. I was really sad that I don't know if it was her prior commitments, maybe movies or things like that, because she was in a lot of movies at that time before she came back to television. So probably because of that, she couldn't actually commit to her character in the television series, so she was killed off, and it's a very sad ending. So yeah, awesome two-parter episode. The only odd thing for me was the fact that they landed in the pyramids of Egypt, and that's supposed to be Kobol. But yeah, maybe the budget wasn't there for a television series. It seemed to be a lot better in the pilot episode, but perhaps the budget wasn't there for them to actually create a different kind of locale. Although it was kind of interesting. So yeah, so that's the two-parter episode, Lost Planet of the Gods. We've completed episodes 1 to 5 by now, and I'll catch you all soon with the rest of the episodes. Have a good night. Take care.